Remember Chris the Plasterer, the no-nonsense craftsman with the dry humor who became a fan favorite on the Chateau Diaries? Well, he's officially struck out on his own, launching a spin-off channel called A New Life in Central France. And let me tell you, it's something different. We all love Chris the Plasterer and are so happy to see him start his own channel. Today, we're diving into what Chris is up to, what makes his channel tick, and whether this new venture has the potential to become one of the most relatable restoration journeys on YouTube. Chris first showed up on the Château Diaries as one of the regular tradesmen helping Stephanie Jarvis tackle the endless restoration projects at Château de Lalande. With his blunt delivery, wry jokes, and visible skill, he quickly became a kind of cult character. But it wasn't just the banter that made viewers love him. It was the authenticity. Chris didn't perform. He worked. He fixed things. And he spoke plainly. In a chateau universe full of whimsy and fantasy, Chris grounded it all. His departure from Lalande wasn't dramatic and is likely only temporary, but it was noticeable. And now, with a new life in central France, he's showing us what life looks like when he's the one in charge. Chris's channel is raw, and I mean that in a good way. The videos are straightforward, unpolished, and deeply practical. You're not getting sweeping drone shots or fancy intros. You're getting real restoration, honest opinions, and a guy who knows his way around a building site. He's restoring a property of his own in the heart of rural France. It's not a chateau per se, but that's part of the charm. It's a home. A real, livable place with the kind of problems and potential most people can actually relate to. And while it may not have the glamour of Lalande, it has something else. Independence. Chris sets the tone. Chris makes the decisions. And we get to see how one man brings a house back to life, without a crew of volunteers or a film crew in tow. If the Chateau Diaries is a cozy period drama, A New Life in Central France is more like a British DIY docuseries. Chris's personality shines through. Deadpan, dry, but full of integrity. He doesn't sugarcoat the work. If something's annoying, he says so. If something goes wrong, he shows it. That kind of honesty is rare, and viewers are responding. The comment section is already full of support from people who appreciate the approach. But don't mistake simplicity for lack of value. Chris brings years of skill, experience, and practicality to every project. Whether he's plastering a ceiling or figuring out plumbing logistics, you learn something, even if you've never held a trowel in your life. There's a reason this channel is gaining traction. In a sea of chateaux that sometimes feel out of reach, Chris offers something real. No huge budgets. No fairy tale framing, just one guy, one property, and a lot of hard graft. For DIYers, tradespeople, or even shadow fans who want a more grounded perspective, A New Life in Central France hits a different and much-needed note. It's also refreshing to see someone who knows what they're doing. So many restoration channels involve a learning curve. Chris already has the knowledge, and now we get to watch him apply it on his own terms. So how does it compare to the Chateau Diaries? Well, they're not trying to be the same thing. The Chateau Diaries is a storybook, full of guests, candlelight, and elaborate dinners. Chris's channel is the behind the scenes of that storybook. It's the scaffolding, the insulation, the stuff that actually keeps a building standing. That contrast makes his spin-off even more compelling. You see what it really takes to get from dusty ruin to cozy room. You see the skills behind the magic, and in a way, that makes the magic more impressive. It's not a rivalry, it's a complement, and fans of both channels seem to understand that. A New Life in Central France isn't flashy, it's not romantic, but it's incredibly watchable, and it just might become one of the most important voices in the chateau restoration space. Because at the end of the day, it's not about how grand your property is. It's about whether you're doing the work, learning as you go, and sharing the journey. And Chris the Plasterer? He's doing exactly that. So if you haven't already checked out his channel, give it a watch. You might just find yourself trading in fantasy for something a little more solid. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more commentary on your favorite Chateau channels. And let me know, are you watching Chris's journey? Do you miss seeing him at Lalande, or do you prefer this solo chapter? Until next time, thanks for watching, and keep dreaming and plastering big.